I think it's kind of ironic in a way that when you create perfume that is not meant to be worn, it's actually what people want to wear. It all started with an art installation or a group of shows where I created perfumes. The process behind each scent is essentially the same. It's very like an old school way of working, also just creating the drawing by hand in my studio, and then I would post it off to the perfumer. He would look at it, he would create a scent that was inspired by that drawing, and then he would just send it back to me. And he would only make one version, and whatever he would send me I was going to use. The drawings are line drawings, so you could say, you know, the way that smell or scent travels on your skin is almost like a line. And I have to be in the process, I have to be in like a 3 or 4 month process of just doing the drawings and nothing else in order for them to work, because I can't get distracted by anything else. And I like it when I just stop. It's just like, okay, now I'm gonna stop, but I don't know why. It's just, now it's finished and then we move on. Smart was the first fragrance that I ever created. It was created in a very experimental process. The basic idea was to take one of my original drawings and post it to the perfumer in Graz, and he would send me an interpretation back in the post. The scent would essentially be the main core of the exhibition, but one of the things we did decide to do at the show was to use the drawing, place it on the wall, cut it into about 200 perfume blotters, where the viewer would be a part of the exhibition. They would walk up to the drawing, they would get a piece of it, a small piece that was numbered, and then I would spray the blotter with the Smart perfume, and then they would leave with a little souvenir, and the scent would of course follow them home. Craft is the second perfume creation. Craft was created for a museum show. It was meant to enhance a one-off piece of work of art, which was a sculptural dress made in a collaboration with a French fashion designer based in Paris. The dress was made solely out of a pattern cutting paper. I drew the pattern on the pattern cutting paper, creating a sort of a fabric. This paper fabric was then sent to France, where the perfumer translated this pattern into a scent. The scent was used for the museum show and stayed there for the duration of the show. The third exhibition, I created a one-off dress that was made out of a sort of a foam-like material, where I carved my drawing pattern into the foam. It's a completely unwearable piece of art. And for that exhibition, I created another perfume, or the third perfume in the line, which is titled Sharp, for shape art. That's where the name came from. I created these kind of quite heavily dark reddish drawings, and I thought that I wanted to sort of think about the classic rose perfume and how we could sort of change that into something modern, and I wanted the name to be very direct. It's a take on a classic, but the inspiration is actually a lot darker, hence the name. Some people don't like to wear or are even allergic to wearing perfume on their skin. So the idea for the silk perfume came from creating a perfume that was based on notes that were quite textile-y, and I instantly thought of silk. I wanted to create a silk scarf that would almost be like the perfume itself. So you would spray the silk scarf with the silk perfume, you wear the scarf, and when you don't want to wear the perfume anymore, you simply take it off. Recently, I was introduced to Mr. Celso Fadelli at Intertrade Europe. He connected to the artistic background and the story behind the perfumes, and together we decided to develop the concept further and combine the strength of Intertrade with the creativity of Andrea Maack Parfums.